And here we are in 1979 in Philadelphia, watching Yes arriving on stage, starting one of the most exciting concerts of their career, many believe, because Yes were at their peak at this time in their life. This is the classic lineup with Jon Anderson on vocals, Steve Howe guitar, Chris Squire bass and Alan White drums, and Rick Wakeman on the keyboards. The first number they're performing that we see today is Siberian Catru, which was actually from their album Close to the Edge. Nobody quite knows what Siberian Catru means, but Chris Squire suspects it means as you wish. It was a very exciting show because, yes, we're using their best equipment, the best staging and lighting that they could use at this time, the best sound equipment, all supplied by Michael Tate, who started out his career as their road manager and ended up as their lighting expert. So this is kind of seeing Yes at their absolute peak. They didn't really have too many worries and arguments which often dogged their career. At this point they were just out there to enjoy themselves and make good music. And this show, I think, covers all the most exciting numbers from their recorded album career, including pieces like Roundabout, of course, which was their most popular hit number, and Starship Trooper, another great piece which develops into a huge jam session. It's very exciting to watch Steve Howe and Rick Wakeman actually having a battle. Guitar and keyboards is quite unique. And then, of course, later in the show we see Alan White taking off on a very powerful drum solo. Alan, before he played with Yes, was with John Lennon. He's a very experienced drummer, and it shows on this particular piece. Apart from the set pieces like Starship Trooper and Siberian Catru, there are also interesting snippets like Circus of Heaven, which was a song Jon Anderson wrote for the Tomato album. A bit of a controversial number, but very pleasant, good to hear, and a good example of the different directions that Yes went into during their long career. Actually, the audience at the show are quite privileged because really they were seeing the end of phase one of Yes's career. After 1979, the band underwent several changes of lineup, quite drastic actually, and they didn't actually release another album until 1980. So in 1979 we were seeing the end of the classic Yes lineup with Rick and Steve, John, Chris and Alan, and playing at their best. So as you can see from the audience reaction, we're very fortunate to be able to go back in time and capture the atmosphere of a Yes concert at their peak.